Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. So I'm super excited because in today's video, I'm going to be testing out a full face of your favorites. So I did a poll over on my Instagram stories, and if you are not following me on Instagram, I would love it if you did. I'll pop it on the screen and whatnot and it'll be linked down below. But I did a poll asking you guys what your absolute favorite products from each category were. And I have spent many hours going through all of your responses. And thank you so much. Like, you guys are incredible. Like, to even have one person reply means a lot, but to have so many replies, it was just, oh, I just love you guys so much. But I went through every category, so primer, you know, foundation, concealer, powder, like the whole works. And I have picked the most popular and the most loved products from you guys. So we've got a full face to go through here. I'm excited. Some of these products I've not yet tried, and there are some others that are actually also my holy grails. So as far as I'm concerned, you guys have really good taste. But yeah, if you are interested in seeing what all of our most loved products are, our favorite products, then please keep on watching. All right, so first up for primer, and this one honestly won by a lot. Like, I go through all of the responses and kind of like collate like the most requested ones, but this one was like 2 to 3 times in front of all of the other primers, and it is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. This is a primer that I've used before. It comes in like this little jar, and it definitely, like, it feels like putty. You kind of like smooth your finger around in it and almost warm the product up, and then you smooth it over the skin. This one is also a dupe of the Tatcha one. They're very similar products, but obviously the Tatcha one, being that it's Tatcha, is loaded with skincare, but you will get the same sort of similar smoothing results from it. It's a really beautiful primer. I do love it. All right, next up for foundation, and actually, you know what? There was a second one that followed this one pretty closely. I'm gonna grab it. So the foundation that you guys said that you absolutely love the most, the majority of you, was the Dior Backstage Face and Body. And honestly, I'm so happy about this because this is one of my holy grail foundations. I absolutely love this formula. It's so lightweight on the skin, but it looks beautiful and it still gives you really amazing coverage. Totally customizable as well. You can wear it really sheared out so it's super natural, or you can build up the coverage for a medium to full coverage kind of look. I absolutely love this stuff. But I gotta tell you guys, quickly following behind this one was the Urban Decay Stay Naked. And this is also another one that I really love as well. Really nice lightweight formula, lasts all day on the skin. Both of these are gorgeous. Like I said, like, you guys, you got good taste, okay? You do. So I kind of like to just dot this one all over the skin and then blend it in. This is one of our perfecting sponges. They're super soft. So blending it in, it gives the skin the most magical, like, so much coverage, but at the same time, it still looks like skin and it still feels like skin. Like, it doesn't feel like you're wearing heaps of foundation. It's so comfortable to wear all day, and yeah, I just love it. And it's amazing with my oil too. Like, even when my oils come through, it does get like this really pretty dewy, like, sort of look on the skin, but I never feel like I look super greasy, and it also doesn't separate and cake up. So as far as I'm concerned, this one is absolutely an all-round winner, and I'm glad that so many of you have, you know, discovered it as well and are having really amazing results with it as well. This is definitely one of the formulas that I've been recommending here on my channel for a really long time. And it's just, I'm happy to know. I am somewhat attached to my holy grails and my favorite products, and if I hear other people aren't obsessed with them as well, I'm like, oh, like, it hurts my feelings. All right, so here is the foundation on my skin. It honestly just looks beautiful. Now, I quickly have put some brow gel in and also a little bit of eye primer. I've just quickly done it off camera. Now, moving on to the actual eyeshadow palette. And I want to say somewhat surprised by this, but I'm also very excited because I personally love Tati. But the Tati Beauty Volume 1 far outshone all other eyeshadow palettes. Like, so many of you are using this as your everyday favorite palette, and I'm quite excited. I love Tati. I totally support her. I support everything that she does, and this is a fantastic product. I have spoken about it many times before. I have used it here on my channel many times before. It's a really, really beautiful formula. So yeah, I was quite excited to see that this one was the winner. This palette's cool because it's got all neutrals in it and then different formulations in each sort of like neutral story. I'm thinking we might play around in maybe like these browns down here, maybe a bit of gold. So first up, I'm going into the matte formula of Soothe, which is like the medium brown. Oh, and I used the MAC Pro Longwear Paint Pot to prime my eyes. I actually forgot to ask on Instagram like what everyone's favorite eye primer is. So I just had to quickly use one. So this is our EO3 diffused crease brush, and I'm just gonna work this color all the way through the crease. They're really soft and velvety. Like, they're like, truly, she's done a fantastic job with the formulation of these. I love it. Blending that backwards and forwards and smoking it out through the crease as well. All right, taking a flat packing brush, I'm going to go into the Ritual Color Story. This is the darkest brown like story in the palette, and I'm going to pick up the, what does she call it? The sequin formula. I'm going to pick that up, and I'm going to pack that all over the lid, pretty much. Smoothing that all on there. Back in with the blending brush that we started with no additional product, and I'm just going to softly buff out those edges. And then same thing on the other side, packing it on, and then we will blend it out. Even though this is like a sequin formula, it really does look matte once it's packed onto the skin. It's only got like hardly any sort of glitter like particles in it, and sort of if you blend over the top of it at all, they do get knocked off. So it is more of a matte formula. Some of the other colors are a little bit more glittery, but this particular Ritual one, yeah, I mean, you can see it looks very matte on my skin. And then in the center of the eye, I'm going to pack on some shimmer. So I'm going to go into Story, which is like this really warm toned one, and I'm going to pick up this peachy, it's like a peachy shimmer, so pretty, and I'm going to pack that right in the center of my eyes, just to give them like a little bit of a pop of sparkle. So easy to create looks with this palette because obviously, you know exactly what goes with what. It's just very beginner friendly, and I do love palettes like that because they're not overwhelming. They're not like, 14,000 different shades of eyeshadow that, you sort of don't know what to do. It's a very easy palette to use. And for the brow bone, I'm going to go in with the metallic formula. Is that what it's called? Yep, the metallic formula from the Aura Story. It's just like a very soft sort of champagne shimmery color. I'll pack that up there. And then we'll just smudge that same light brown through the lower lash line. So it's a pretty simple eye look, but very pretty and very easy to recreate. So smudging that medium brown. This is our pencil brush. And then we're going to move on to mascara. Sorry, I actually fibbed. We're going to do eyeliner first. The KVD Vegan Beauty Tattoo Eyeliner is everybody's favorite. This has been a favorite product of mine for a really long time as well, but then I stopped using the brand while all the controversy was happening. And now that the brand is good to use again, I'm excited to be able to, use this on my channel and use it in my own personal life again. It's really, really awesome. It's totally smudge proof and it's so easy to do a wing with. It's just like a very foolproof kind of product. I love it. And also for my oily skin girls, you can wear this all day and it does not transfer, it does not smudge, and it will not give you panda eyes. It's amazing. All right, wings are done. And it's always good to know that you put a product on, it's going to stay there, That's what I've always loved about this eyeliner. It's like, it's a safe option, okay? So let's move on to mascara. Now, your most loved, most favorite mascara, and this one actually did surprise me because I honestly always feel like everyone's just going to say Too Faced better than sex, and we all know that I despise that because I'm just too oily to be able to have it on my skin. It goes everywhere. But the most loved one from you guys, the most popular, your most favorite mascara is the Lancome Hypnose Mascara. Now, I personally do really, really love this mascara. It's a really, really nice thin bristle brush, which obviously is something I talk about a lot, because if the brush is too big and it's coming out of my eyes and it just ends up everywhere, I end up with mascara literally from forehead to chin. I don't know how it happens, but it happens. And it does definitely give your lashes lots of volume, lots of length, and it is a really, really nice long wearing formula too. So yeah, I understand why you guys love this. So let's pop a couple of coats of this on, and then I will actually put some false lashes on. I forgot to ask your favorite falsies as well. I feel like it's probably, maybe Lily Lashes is probably everyone's favorite. I'm not sure. As you guys know, ever since we launched our brand, my lashes are the only ones that I've exclusively worn. That's not because I don't support other lash brands, and I do see comments and stuff from people being like, oh, you know, you should support other lash brands, but my issue is that I just have such sensitive eyes when it comes to lashes. They get so watery, they get so bloodshot, and it's just not worth it to me and for me to wear lashes that I find genuinely uncomfortable and that are going to irritate my eyes. So I typically just completely avoid it. So yeah. It is what it is. So what I will quickly do is I will chuck some lashes on off camera, because this is not a favorite that you chose. I'm probably going to do something quite wispy. Maybe I'll use some lashes from our wispy set, and then I'll be back and we will continue working on the skin. All right, lashes are on, and this is what the eyes are looking like. Just a very neutral, natural kind of smoky eye with a wing. And I ended up actually going with our April lashes from our Naked collection, and they're just like super soft and wispy, and obviously they don't irritate my eyes. So that's what we're doing. So moving back onto the skin, concealer was an interesting one. And actually, I did have a standout winner, but there was definitely a lot of my most loved Holy Grail concealers in there. And the winner is, again, another one of my faves. So like I've said, you guys have great taste. The NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer was absolutely by far, like, well beyond all of the others, everybody's favorite, like most favorite concealer. This one is really beautiful because it is a really gorgeous, creamy, like kind of a formula that is very easy to blend on the skin. Like a lot of these more full coverage concealers, I find some of the time, like once they're on the skin, they're actually quite difficult to blend. Like, and you almost nearly wipe your foundation off trying to blend the product into the skin, which is obviously totally counterintuitive. This one is beautiful and creamy. It's lightweight and it's just so long lasting. Like once it's on the skin, it's not going to go anywhere. You don't have to worry about it creasing and caking, because like it gives a lot of coverage, but it's so creamy and lightweight that it's just like heaven on the skin. So I've applied it underneath my eyes, and I will come back and blend like the eyeshadow out under here again. But I'm just gonna smooth that in. This is another product that I feel like I just don't reach for often enough. Back at like when I originally started my channel, like this was the concealer like everybody was obsessed with. Obviously makeup has come a very long way in like the last 7-ish years. Can you even believe that I've been doing like YouTube for 7 years? Like it's just the craziest thing to me, honestly. The craziest thing. But yeah, this was the concealer that everybody was obsessed with. But obviously, you know, we've got a lot more options these days. Like I feel like back then there was standout products that everybody loved because they genuinely were the best of the best, and there was like sort of nothing even to compare to them. But we've got so many more options now. Another one that I did see popping up a lot was the Too Faced Born This Way Super Coverage. This one here, again, another holy grail of mine that I just love and use all the time. What I was interested in is there wasn't that many people voting Tarte Shape Tape. Shape Tape took over the world as far as concealer goes, and it was everybody's most loved, most used concealer for such a long time, but I guess people aren't really using it as much anymore, maybe? I'd love to know, you know, I'd love to know why. Like, if it was a favorite of yours and you no longer use it, I'd love to know why that is. Yeah, because it used to be really popular. So, blended that out. She's looking smooth, and we're going to move on to powder. And you guys, I took so many screenshots of your responses on that Instagram poll, and I still literally cannot believe it, but no, it was like 80 to 90% of you voted our Nikkia Joy Cosmetics powder. And it truly just is moments like that just mean so much to me. Obviously, like, this powder has completely, like, it's fair to say this powder has completely changed my skin. It's completely changed how long I can wear my makeup. I just am so beyond proud of it. And to hear that so many of you, like, that this is so many of your favorites. And I know this powder has a cult following because I see all the stuff online. I see all the comments. I see all the incredible reviews. Like, I do see all that, but it was just a huge pinch me moment to be going through all of the responses, and literally it was NJC powder, your powder, Nikkia's powder, Gerard Cosmetics powder, like one after the other. And I was like, it was just huge. I want to say thank you so much for all of the support. And I just want to say, like, I'm so happy that we were able to do this together. I'm so happy that we were able to develop a product that just works so phenomenally on the skin. And thank you so much for the continued support. It just means everything. So obviously the majority of you watching this will already know about this, and you're the ones that were voting. But it's a translucent powder and it's triple milled, so it's like extremely smooth and velvety on the skin. And it is also loaded with skincare ingredients. So not only does it I mean, look at even the difference that that's made to my under eye area, how much smoother it is, how much more perfected it is, and how much like younger my skin looks there. But it is also loaded with 6 really amazing skincare ingredients. So it actually like hydrates and protects and, you know, fights inflammation and stuff like while you are wearing it. The other thing that I really love is like all of the dry skin reviews, all of the mature skin reviews. Like, this powder's not just for oily skin. Oh, I honestly get so emotional talking about it. Like, can you even believe all this time? I still can't believe that we did this, honestly. Like, I'm so proud of it. But yeah, oily skin reviews, obviously, you know, I'm an oily skin type. This powder is a game changer for me. It's the only thing that allows me to wear my makeup all day without even having to think about it or worry about it. But those of you with dry skin and mature skin as well, just praise it to the high heavens because of the skincare in it, and because it is so finely milled and so velvety and such a smooth texture. Like, it doesn't dry out dry skin, it hydrates dry skin, and it doesn't settle in fine lines and whatnot. It was a huge moment. Like, to go into the poll and to see that, and I know you're probably like, Nikkia, that's enough. Like, we get that you love your powder, but seriously, it was a huge moment to be in all, and I've taken screenshot after screenshot after screenshot. Like, I'll put them on the screen. Like, it means so much to me, you guys, and I just want you to know how incredibly thankful I am for the support. It's unbelievable. It's truly unbelievable. All right, moving on to bronzer, and this is one that I actually had to pick up because I did not already have it, and I was only able to grab it in the palette. But everybody swears by the Hourglass ambient lighting bronzers. Now, I've got a big collection of their blushes, the ambient lighting blushes. I've probably got 5 or 6, maybe 7 of them. Absolutely love them. They're a beautiful baked formula, and the idea behind them is they have, oh, there goes the information from inside the box. They have like a softening effect on the skin. So I've got one of the bronzers in this little, what is this? This is the Ambient Lighting Palette Volume 2. And I've got one of the bronzers in here. So I'm actually going to be able to use this for the first time today. This was another product that I was genuinely surprised by. I didn't realize like how insanely popular these bronzers are. Yeah, so I'm very excited. Oh, it's very smooth on the skin. Oh, very smooth. I mean, I've always loved the blushes, the ambient lighting blushes. They're just honestly, they are magic. And they're especially magic if you have enlarged pores or textured skin, because the way that they smooth, like they somehow smooth while you're applying them. Like, they add color, they're not powdery, but then they smooth the skin as well. They're phenomenal. The ambient lighting blushes were also another super popular product in the poll, but the Milani blush actually won out. There was a lot of you requesting, like saying that NARS blushes are still your favorite, but the Milani one actually won out. This is gorgeous, you guys. It's so smooth on the skin, so easy to apply, and I feel like it definitely has like a really beautiful smoothing effect in the same way that the blushes do. I'm going to be using this a whole lot more in future, I think. Like I said, like, you guys, you just have the best recommendations as far as products. So just smoothing this all along, like around my hairline to add a bit of color. This is our angled contour brush. And then also just in the hollows of my cheeks here, to add a little bit of shape, a little bit of color back into my face. I may also pinch the brush just a bit and very lightly and very minimally contour my nose. Also, what else I think I will do, picking up some of that one, the bronzer on my pencil brush, I'm just going to smudge it through the lower lash line to really smoke that up and kind of tie it into the rest of the makeup. Oh, actually, speaking of our products, we were talking about the powder before. I'm probably going to have everybody ask what's on my nails. You guys, this is one of our duochrome pigments. So this is one of our, let me grab it, I'll show you. This is our unicorn duochrome pigment. Now, it's the thing that really ticks me off is these never show up on camera in the same way that they look in person. They're absolutely insane. And I just tipped it onto my microphone. Love that for me. They actually, you can kind of see it there. They change color. They look different in every single light. See how against the black it looks quite blue, and then in the jar it looks quite pink. They're very glittery, but they don't actually have glitter in them. Like the particles actually reflect light. They're so pretty. Again, another product that I'm super proud of. But I was like, oh, I'm in the mood for doing something different with my nails. And what I actually did is I painted just a coat of clear nail polish onto my nails, let it sit for like 10 seconds so that it was tacky. And then I actually just dusted this pigment onto my nails and then sealed it with a top coat. They change, like every time I look at my nails, they're a different color and they're so like pretty and sparkly and reflective and feminine. I always get questions from you guys, what's on my nails? So I thought you might be interested to know. This is a loose pigment. Isn't that awesome? I'm probably going to go through, like we've got 29 different shades. I'm probably going to go through the entire collection and you will be seeing them all on my nails. Like now that I know how easy this is and how well it works, it's going to be my new favorite thing. But moving on to blush, the Milani Baked Blush in Luminoso was by far your favorite. So many people are still loving and wearing this. And I just think that's awesome because this is a cult favorite from such a long time ago. Like this product has genuinely stood the test of time. Like I said, the Hourglass blushes were up there as well as some NARS ones, but nothing could come close to even touching this one. Like it's still everyone's favorite. And it is beautiful. It's so like, it gives the skin just the right amount of color, just the right amount of flush, but without causing texture, without emphasizing texture. And it gives the most amazing, healthy glow. Like, look how pretty it is. It's so beautiful. This one is a close dupe to the NARS Orgasm Blush. That's another fan favorite. It's got this similar sort of coral undertone with a sheen to it, but I do find the sheen of Luminoso to be less gold than NARS Orgasm. It really is an amazing blush. Like I totally understand why years and years later this is still everyone's favorite. It truly is beautiful. And again, I feel like this is a product that I need to use more often. It's so gorgeous. Okay, moving on to highlighter. And this was one that I was not at all surprised about because this is a product that I have just loved and used for such a long time. And it's so affordable. And that is the Maybelline Master Chrome Highlights. Oh my goodness. The formula of these is absolutely sensational. They're so buttery, so smooth, and so like intensely pigmented. Yeah, at such a great price. Like, totally understand why this is still your favorite. Again, I feel like for whatever reason, I haven't been reaching for this as much as I used to, but that's why these videos are so good because it gives you a chance to like revisit products that maybe you haven't tried in a while. And then you just start using them every single day again. So I'm going to dust this one right onto the high points of my cheeks. Like that bronzer, that blush, and that highlighter all paired together. What a dream come true. Like beautiful. I actually potentially may wear that Milani blush on my wedding day. It's just the most perfect wedding blush. I'm so excited about the wedding, you guys. We sent out our save the dates yesterday. So it's like legitimately all really happening now. I can't wait. I literally can't wait. All right, so looking nice and highlighted. Ordinarily, I would put highlighter on the inner corners of my eyes, but I'm actually quite happy with how the eyes are looking. Like they're very sort of smoky, not too overdone, not too over the top. So I actually think that I'm gonna leave them. But yeah, I feel like my skin's looking amazing. And then finally to finish, now this category, I did say favorite lipstick or favorite lip gloss. And quite surprised, well, not that surprising, but a lot of people actually are gravitating much more towards glosses these days instead of lipsticks. Now, I will say there were a lot of MAC lipsticks mentioned. MAC Velvet Teddy, which is one of my holy grails. MAC Meh. I always wonder if I'm pronouncing that right. It's M-E-H-R. Meh? It's like meh. By far, hands down, beyond, above everything else was Fenty Gloss Bomb. Now, not only the original Fenty Gloss Bomb, but also the Fenty Gloss Bomb Cream in this color, which is Fenty Glow. It's just a really simple, easy to use product. It's a very pretty pinky nude. It's like a tinted lip balm, and it's honestly beautiful. Like, I love the formula of these. You guys have heard me talk about them heaps before. So yeah, this is your favorite lip product. And like I said, like I asked for lipsticks or lip glosses and I was quite surprised. I reckon, I don't know, probably 70-80% of you went with a gloss instead of a lipstick. But here you go, guys. This is the finished look, a full face of your favorites. And honestly, looking at my makeup, I can totally see why. It just looks really, really pretty. It's very, like, my skin looks very airbrushed. I love the combination of those products on my cheeks. I'll definitely be using that Hourglass bronzer more. Like, it is sensational. The eyes are just nice. And, you know, that Tati Beauty palette is just so easy to use. It's so easy to put colors together. I'm really, really happy with how this full face turned out. Like I said, you guys have amazing taste. And I hope that you found it interesting. And also, were there any surprises? Like, were you quite surprised by some of the products that were everybody's most loved and most favorite? I was definitely surprised by some of them, but in a good way, because it's panned out for me. But I hope that you guys have really enjoyed today's video. Give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. I will obviously be linking everything that I have used in the description bar down below. So if you were interested in checking it out, all of that information will be down there. And I want to say I've really enjoyed chatting with you guys and playing with some makeup, and yeah, it's been lots of fun. All right, I love you guys heaps, and I will catch you in my next video.